I'm Sherry with Liberty Mission Farms, and today I want to talk to you about clabbered milk. So you might be wondering, what is clabbered milk and why would we want it? Well, I have to back up for just a minute because years ago when my daughter was diagnosed with a rare form of epilepsy, I went to work with researching, and I researched as though I was a lawyer or a doctor. It's amazing what you can do when you are searching for something that can help your child. And through all of that research, one of the things I learned was that pasteurized milk is really not good for us, but raw milk can be actually very good for us. In fact, Dr. Natasha McBride, she was one of the doctors who I read a lot of her research. And she was a neurologist, but also later became a nutritionist, a certified nutritionist. And in her work, she had stated that for my daughter in particular, that if we could not get access to raw milk, that we shouldn't drink any milk at all. So then began my research of raw milk, and it's been over 10 years, and all we drink is raw milk, and I can't imagine going back. Why? Well, raw milk never goes bad. It changes, but it doesn't go bad. So this milk is some raw milk that we had. We don't raise cows, so we get our raw milk from another farmer that's nearby us. And the milk has been sitting out on the counter since the 24th, so it's about 3 or 4 days. It's been sitting on the counter. And as it sits on the counter, unlike pasteurized milk, it doesn't go bad. It changes. You can start to see that it's kind of the consistency now of a yogurt. So what you might think of as a yogurt. And I could eat this right now and it would be very tart. It wouldn't make me gag, it wouldn't be yucky, but it would be rather tart because it's been here now. I'm going to let it sit a few more days and it's going to start to make more of that yogurt consistency just all by itself. It will do that, and it smells kind of like a yogurt. So if it was a pasteurized milk and I had it set out on the counter, and it would start to smell bad and it would grow bacteria that could make me very sick. But this milk can sit on the counter for a week and it will keep changing and making its own good probiotics. And all that good bacteria in here is very healthy for us. It's like we're making our own yogurt right on our counter without doing anything. I could put this in the refrigerator and people will say, well, how long will this last? Don't ask me that, because I could leave it in the refrigerator until literally it just smelled so sour that I just didn't want to eat it anymore. But it would not make me sick, which is very different than the pasteurized milk, which has had all the bacteria killed. So when it starts to go bad, it's because of some contaminants that have entered in. But with raw milk, you can keep it a long, long time. So what am I going to do with clabbered milk? As this gets thicker and thicker and more like yogurt, I'm going to get two things from it. I'm going to pour it all out into, I have a strainer with some cheesecloth, and what I'll do is I'll pour the milk into this strainer and I'll let the liquid drain. The liquid that drains off of this is called whey, and the whey is a protein that I can use. It's a probiotic that I can use to do a lot of other fermented foods. So I can start some yogurt with it, start another clabbered milk to make it go a little faster. I can put it in fermented drinks, use it to make sauerkraut or pickles or other things, and make those things into a fermented food that is really healthy and has a lot of good bacteria for our guts. And this is what I found my daughter needed, was just better bacteria in the gut to improve her overall health. And the more we can get those probiotics in, the better. So I could go to the store and I could buy a really good probiotic over the counter, and it might have 2 or 3 strains of good bacteria in it. Or I can make raw milk into clabbered milk by just sitting it on my counter and just leaving it for a week, and I will get more strains of good bacteria right from that clabbered milk than I would get from purchasing a very expensive good probiotic. Okay, so I'm going to let this sit for a few more days and get a little bit more yogurt-like, and then I'm going to show you how I strain it out and make cream cheese and also get the good healthy whey protein from it. So we'll see you in a couple of days.